Hi, and we're Emily, Vic, and Lauren. We are the people. We are the hosts of Why Won't You Watch Corrie? And this week we are bringing to you 5 special episodes all about the Corrie 5 and who we think are going to die on the cobbles. To caveat, it is currently the 12th of April and we still have 10 days worth of episodes. And as we know, there's plenty that could happen.
It could all change.
It could all change. So tune in, enjoy, listen to the nonsense, listen to the chaos. There's a bit of rationale with Lauren, but the rest is just absurd. Enjoy. April 23rd. Weatherfield. A community on the cusp of being shaken. A street full of suspects. And one question.
Why are you acting like this is a true crime podcast?
Because, Vic, it is. Welcome back to Why Won't You Watch Corrie? The bonus episodes, Corrie 5, a very unqualified investigation. And tonight, we are discussing the sister, aka Jodie. I'm Emily, the Corrie newbie.
I'm Vic. I'm here under duress.
I'm Lauren, and I like to go digging in the Corrie archives.
As I said, this episode is all about the sister. Let the investigations begin. Okay, here we go. Let's starting off as we've started off all week. What do we know so far about Jodie? So,
Not much.
Yeah,
well, she's not been in it. She's been in it. She's got no backstory.
no. So again, Legacy Lauren can't help you here. She
Leave it to Google.
She literally, I did Google it. She started in January.
other
Oh,
search
in
engines
December.
available. Other search engines.
Yeah.
are available.
We did look this up on the internet. No specifics were used.
No. So what we've learned so far, what we've seen so far, she obviously has her box of stolen goods, including Bernie's head,
Yeah.
Brian's book,
I feel like you should clarify not her actual head.
Yeah, not actual head.
the photo of Brian's book,
Actual book. Photo of Bernie.
yeah.
Lisa's badge.
Lisa's badge, which we haven't seen make it to the box yet, but I'm sure it will. No, she hasn't given it back. She still has Lisa's badge.
Okay.
Yeah. We also have had her messing with Bethany Platt's love life and getting her stood up.
Yeah,
that
that's me.
That was mean. We've had her leaving bad reviews from Mel and his electrician company, which has led us on the podcast to discuss whether we think that perhaps she was the one that left bad reviews for The Undertaker.
Yeah.
So,
Because honestly, in that role, who is leaving the reviews?
who is leaving reviews for Undertaker? The sister.
Totally. She messed around with dog poo.
She
Sounds worse.
There was a whole poo-gate scenario. And the
Yeah.
lawyers, so she's pissed off the lawyers with the leaving the poo in the ends.
Yeah.
She
Messed around with can't release his
To be fair, David Platt started that.
Yeah, she's also been getting close to David Platt whilst we bring that up.
Yeah.
She seems to
She
want
Skyped
to
off
be
work to watch a movie with him.
the Avengers. I wouldn't Skype off work for that. She is currently looking after baby Connie, which seems to be going fine, but
I don't know. She was really weird about baby Harper.
Claimed to be her mother.
It's not been mentioned for a while, but I'm assuming is getting
Still,
on fine.
Yeah.
Still there.
So she pretended to be her mother. She was really weird talking to the other girl in the hospital.
Yeah,
So a very weird interaction with as in her and Shona's father,
yes.
which definitely suspicious. So we were kind of left with this vibe that maybe her and Shona had come from a difficult background and their father wasn't very nice to them.
Yes.
Shona was feeling all kinds of guilty about that. Then when Jodie went to visit the father, after Shona left, the whole thing was weird. But then I was left with the sense that Jodie was actually the one being abusive to the father. So definitely something weird going on there.
Because she was threatening him. So that in itself, really bizarre situation. And then obviously the thing that did start it all was Corridale, where she had been tied up in that van and then escaped and fled into the bushes. Like, that in itself is...
Do we know who tied her up?
From the search engines on the internet, it is a gang. That's all we know.
Okay.
But she was part of the. I don't know if she was in Emmerdale, but she was in the Emmerdale character's car or lockup. She basically came from Emmerdale into Corrie somehow. But yeah, so she was kind of tied up by a gang. So she's obviously into some.
She's got some form of history there.
She's got some form of history there. We just don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And but I don't think anyone does. I think my main takeaway of Jodie and what I know about Jodie so far, sister, is I'm just a bit confused. Is she mischievous? Is she causing trouble? Like what? It's because some of it, yeah, some of it. Like if she had cut out the head of Bernie, but everyone knew about it, it would have been like, haha, a bit weird, but kind of like, okay. Well, no, maybe not. Maybe that's a bad example. But okay, maybe if she'd stolen the book,
Yeah.
but then given it back the next day and be like, I took this as a joke, like, here you go, haha. Like, that's a bit different. But like, to take it all and put it in the box. And oh, my other thing was when she stole Lisa's badge, she stole it because Lisa had been rude to her. Lisa then apologised, and it felt to me like Jodie, she pulled this face that made me think she felt a bit guilty about it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she just takes things from people when she feels scorned by them. Like,
Maybe.
I don't know.
And I feel like or if we're going down the maybe she's not as bad as we think, like route, when she was really mean and cancelled Bethany's date and then Bethany got stood up, which, by the way, having been through online dating hell,
yeah,
it is so awful
to be stood up.
to be terrible.
Just
So-
don't do it.
I know.
It's much easier.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
But I feel like that was so that she could make friends with Bethany, because then she went and had a drink with her.
Well, that's it. It's like, is she doing all this stuff because she's just a bit socially awkward and doesn't know how to make friends?
Maybe.
I mean,
But then she was a bit weird with Lily as well. Do you remember? Lily wanted that water bottle and she was getting bullied about not having the water bottle.
yeah.
And then in front of David and Shona, she was being, responsible adult. And then she just said to Lily, "I'm just going to beat the shit out of him," or something.
Yeah, she was doing that. She was staring.
So she's very messy.
Yeah,
Like she steals things when people have wronged her.
yeah.
Is she coming in to like steal somebody's like family, like to replace them in a family?
I mean, that is a good question. Is that her plan? Is her to take over sort of Shona's
She said
life?
that she
Yeah.
Harper,
Yes,
No.
well done.
and now she's looking after Connie.
Yeah.
She's gonna try and
I do wonder.
I think that's a valid concern.
I also have a valid concern personally that Vic has more insight into Corrie as a non-viewer. She's invested.
I've seen things that you're just not seeing it because you watch it all the time.
I'm just emotionally invested. Yeah, you're.
I've seen the facts.
Yeah. Fair. But yeah, I think she is. She's trying to get herself in with the families, but then I don't know why she's. I just don't know enough about her. I'm still quite confused by her character.
Well, I
if I'm
don't
being
know if
honest.
anyone knows it.
I was going to say, that's the thing. She's only been in it since January, so maybe the Corrie writers haven't.
They don't know
their own back history.
I mean, that would be
Make it up on
one
the
way to write. I suppose. Yeah. Just today we're gonna get to cut Bernie's head out. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, today we're gonna get their dad in, and then we're never gonna talk about it again.
It's so weird. Why did they do that?
That was weird. It's like, why bring him in and then he just disappears?
He's their dad. Well, you know that they're the other
I
one's
mean,
dad.
Shona. Well,
Shona's dad.
yeah, it's a good point. It is a good point because, as we know, family trees are not always as
They
we're
should.
led to believe. So
Big bad boldy Debbie.
Exactly.
many
Yeah.
like, options of that.
Yeah. So you're right. I think my ultimate takeaway of the sister, and correct me if I'm wrong, is just a little bit of confusion.
yeah,
A lot of confusion.
a lot
I
of
would say.
A lot of confusion. All right, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Let's move on. That was
What we know about Jodie.
what we know so far. Okay, now we're moving on to Last Orders, Corrie 5 edition. And obviously we have Jodie. If you listen to our main podcast, Last Orders is where we take a member from the Cobbles and decide if we would go for a drink with them. So, Jodie.
So, again, if we treat it like the others,
Yeah.
you don't know who you see her on the street.
Yeah.
I don't know what she looks like. Does she look like she'd be like a nice person, an approachable person?
Shouldn't judge books by their cover.
Does she? But we have for the last two, they're good-looking, charming, charismatic guys.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I'll go for a drink with them.
Valid point.
Exactly. I think you're right. I think on the face of it, she can come across quite friendly.
Yeah. I think she could probably have good chat and come across like, yeah, all right. But she is off. There is something about her that is off. And I think that.
I think halfway through your glass of white wine, my drink of preference,
Yeah.
I would be thinking, this one's not right.
Yeah. I think very quickly you'd be like, okay, this is off. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I'd be down in my glass pretty fast.
Yeah. I think she tries to be manipulative, but she hasn't got it. She doesn't have.
Go talk to Theo.
Yeah, she needs some tips. She needs to. Yeah. Okay, let's go through this small talk ability.
I don't know enough
Really?
about her to.
I mean, it might just be weird, like pretending to be, a mother when you're not a mother and all the other stuff. But she would have some chat.
Yeah. Okay, I personally am going to go 3. I think.
Yeah.
Middle of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drama risk.
High.
It sounds like it's going to be high.
I think.
Don't leave a photo of you lying around.
Absolutely.
But I also think you'd be so scared to say any, like you said, the wrong thing, and then she's suddenly going to get really annoyed with you and steal something.
You would only know that by the second drink.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I think she's probably got the chat, and definitely moving on to the next bit, the gossip.
The gossip value. Yeah.
Be good for the gossip.
I think she's probably quite good for the gossip. And actually, I do think the first drink should probably be quite fun because she would come across like she was really into your things and a bit mischievous. You'd probably play a few pranks on people in the pub, and it could just be a bit of like light-hearted fun actually. So.
Warming up. You can see.
I am warming up. So I'm warming up. Like, I like a little bit of prankster. So I'm not averse to this. Let's go for a vibe check. What are we giving her?
I feel like she's going to have some quite good concerning vibes. Good concerned vibes.
Yeah.
I still think you might pick up on the this one's not right vibe.
Yeah.
But if she's true to her very manipulative, mischievous form, you may not pick up on that on the first drink. It might take you more than one drink to figure it out, maybe.
I mean, I'm thinking if she's being mischievous and fun, I think I would enjoy that.
As long as it's directed at you, it's probably quite fun.
Yeah, if it was like together, can we go and do this? I'll be like, okay, let's do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably enjoy that. I'd probably be like David, because David's being suckered into her mischievous ways.
Well, and as a former terror himself,
he's probably enjoying it.
He was quite the terror back in the day.
I have heard rumours. Okay, so we're going exit 4 with the vibe. 4 with the vibe. Do we need an exit plan? Yeah. Okay.
I think you will need one.
Yeah, we'll need one, but we may not know it by the first drink. This is the thing. Depends how she plays it, but we could be hoodwinked.
We'll have each other on speed dial just in case.
That's a good idea. And second drink probability.
Again, it sounds like I think you would probably go for a second drink, and that'll be when you go, why am I here? Help me now, I'm here.
Yeah. I agree. I would totally go for a second drink. I think it'd be a good laugh, and then I think it wouldn't be.
Switch.
Very quickly it'd be like, she's stolen my wallet.
It's like, well, it's all fun until it isn't.
Exactly. And that is last orphans. Alrighty, we're moving on. We are moving on to Motivation Street. Who on the cobbles has the motive, the willing, the want, the need to kill Jodie? Now, I'll be honest, this is tricky for me because I don't think anyone at this moment in time.
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
I'm throwing this out, and don't come for me.
Okay, I'm ready.
Lisa.
Yeah. Now, actually, I agree with this because I do feel like Lisa Lisa was a bit suspicious because
she wanted references. Yes, that is true. And then she wanted the police badge. Now, the only reason why I'd say no to Lisa is because it's on her wedding day, and I think that
okay.
Yeah, but I think away.
Forgotten that bit.
Yeah, but I feel like she wouldn't.
But
she's not going to sneak away to kill someone.
Well, but hang on, look, we know Lisa likes to drink. She might be absolutely wasted. Remember when she threw up in the bistro when she got back to the car?
That's the thing. She is a vomity drunk.
Vomity drunk.
If she was to kill Jodie because she was that smashed, she would then vomit and have her DNA all over the crime scene.
But she's a copper, so no matter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not part of it.
Yeah, or Kit will be involved in cover the whole thing up.
I hear you, and I raise you, Shona. Oh, Bethany Platt, actually. I mean,
Bethany.
Bethany
is suspicious.
Bethany is suspicious. I don't think she's quite got the motive to kill her at this stage.
Hey, she's suspicious, but would probably more report it. So I was going back to Lisa. If she's suspicious, then she would report it to, I don't know, the detective in the town, Lisa.
Okay.
D.S. Swain.
D.S. Swain, yeah. I mean, yeah, all right.
And then she could. I've gone. We're off piece. We're in the plot twist. And then she could be stealing baby
Connie.
Connie.
Yeah.
Lisa goes after. Quite
And that-
pursued.
Yeah.
Accidental murder.
And I think you hit the nail on the head, which is we need more info in the next couple of weeks.
We do. We do.
To have an informed
Mm-hmm.
POV about.
So I'm going to throw some other names out there because I refuse to accept Lisa Swain. Okay, personally, I think we should also have. I think we should have Bethany Platt in there. I definitely think we should have Bethany Platt in there.
Yeah.
I think we should have Shona in there. She's had a quiet couple of weeks, but I think she might start to see
kill
through
us.
her. But I also
Do
think
you know how her and David met. Shona tried to steal his wallet.
there we
It's
go.
not an instant red flag.
There we go.
No.
Well, I mean, sometimes you never know where you're going to find love.
Hey,
So there you go.
I think the other one is Lily,
who is Lily?
That's a plot twist.
the little girl who's not actually that little. David, the daughter, you know, the random girl who lives in the house.
Okay.
That's Lily.
Is she?
She's like
She's like
12, 13.
Yeah.
So is she going to find her box?
She's found the box.
she's found.
Oh.
That was a few weeks ago.
Okay.
She found the box, so she's already like about her.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it could be Lily. Throwing Lily out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And someone else is going to have to take the rap to protect Lily.
Exactly. And who's
Lisa.
it? It's not Lisa.
Shona.
You haven't. I will come for you soon. We are now moving on to Clunation Street. It's all kinds of streets. Clunation is a part of the show as from our main show where we take the character we are discussing, and Jodie, and we decide how she'll be killed, who will kill her, where she will die, if it's premeditated or an accident, and that is all. Yeah?
Yeah.
Who are we picking? Not Lisa Swain.
Fine.
I think I'm going to go Lily. I think we need to really consider Lily here as a murderer.
Yeah.
I don't know much about
this
this.
in EastEnders when I can't remember the plot, but there was like a kid ended up killing someone and then someone had to cover for them. Is that an EastEnders one? Or?
I feel like it was Phil Mitchell's Ben. Was it Ben?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
So it could be that kind of story.
I feel like if it's, Shona, we've really got to get to that if it's Shona, but I could see an argument happening. Maybe Shona finds something out, and because there was a few weeks ago, Shona seemed suspicious of her.
Thinking.
Yes.
I think they're not sisters. From everything you've told me and everything that I now have in my brain unwillingly.
Yeah, but you also think it's Lisa Swain, so you're wrong.
I honestly, if it turns out to be Lisa Swain, I'm going to hold this over you for the rest of my life.
We'll be doing a special edition of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going Lily.
Lily. Lily.
Bye.
I'm giving to you now.
Be revisited.
Lily, where, who, what, where, when, and why? I think it'd be an accidental push down the stairs. I feel like I've said that with everyone so far, but I know.
No, you went on.
You've gone on your wrench hard work.
Yeah. Okay.
You were worrying people with a wrench or a while.
Yeah, that's right. Accidental push down the stairs. That's what I'm going.
To be. I feel like there's no other way to do it.
Okay, and then I think
She's going to be chasing her after her with her box.
yeah, and I think it'll be maybe she'll hit her over the head with the box.
I feel like the box probably
No,
is heavy
okay,
enough
yeah.
to kill her.
Okay.
For the
Yeah.
I think for the
And in the house, in the Platt house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it?
Job
Is
done.
it? And it's Clunation Street. Moving on to plot twist. This is Coronation Street. There will be a plot twist. So we've got Lily has murdered the sister by pushing her down the stairs because she had her box.
Maybe she was going to take the box to someone.
Maybe. What is the plot twist?
I'm going with they're not actually related.
Okay.
That she has come in. Oh, you said she was tied up by a gang.
Yes.
Plot twist. She is part of said gang and actually not tied up. That was part of it.
Yeah.
Get her into Coronation Street to do what she wants to do.
Yeah.
Steal kids.
Yeah.
Steal some kids. Steal
Yeah.
family.
Okay.
Steal some money. I don't know.
So the plot
That's-
twist is the gang's going to come into Corrie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not,
I
they're
wonder-
still there, but they're not related though.
I wonder if the plot twist was that her and Carl, Big Bad Baldy, were in the gang together. Because they did have a little bit of a little love affair type. I think they slept together once. They had a fling. So maybe she gets killed and then he goes on some form of rampage because that was her gang partner.
Maybe.
Oh, we've got bigger plot twist.
Go.
You think they're a gang related? They're actually undercover detectives. Don't go for them. My plot twist is actually they're still alive. They don't die.
Yeah.
They're not
They're
murdered.
just undercover cops.
They're undercover cops.
Interesting.
So she's an undercover cop.
I mean, that would be a good plot twist.
Because there's no back history.
Yeah.
Why is there no story of her?
I have no words.
I don't know.
Much like her backstory, I have nothing.
We got nothing.
Okay, any more for the plot twist, gang?
No, I think no.
Yeah,
With them.
let's stick with that. I'm not even sure what that was, but we're sticking with it.
I don't want to finish it.
And we are moving on to the Corrie murder scale. If you've been listening through the week, we've got 1 to 5. Who's most likely to die? We've got Theo in 4, Big Bad Baldy, Carl in 3. Where is sister going? I don't think she's 5.
I don't think she's
She can't die. Like, there's not enough about her story, and I can't imagine that happening in 2 weeks. To be completely honest,
No.
So
I might pitch her in one spot.
I've got in my mind 2 people
Okay.
for 1.
Because I feel like there's not enough about her yet.
Yeah.
So I think her story is yet to come.
And I also feel like this mischief that she's doing, it's not a point where people are annoyed by it, like the viewers. I feel like this could continue on past the Corrie line
Yeah.
and continue.
So I think maybe she's in our number 1 spot.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Number 1. My book is 1.
There we go. You've heard our opinions here first.
It's like a news flash.
You've heard it first.
We have
This is the first time we're saying it. Jodie, least likely to die on the cobbles on the 23rd of April.
But more mischief still to come.
Yeah.
More mischief still to come. And this was Why Won't You Watch Corrie, a very special Corrie 5 investigation. Thanks for joining. Come in tomorrow for 2 more episodes. 1 more episode tomorrow and then one after.
Tune in again for the last 2.
Yeah.